Yes, sister girl, how we looking? We looking good? Mm-hmm. We're looking good. Hello my beautiful friends, welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle, and on this channel we do a little bit of hair, lots of makeup sprinkled with a bit of fashion and some in-betweens. So if this sounds like your vibe, go ahead and subscribe. Don't forget to like the video and share with a friend. Please remember to turn on your post notification bell so that you'll never miss an upload, and I'll see you at the end of the video. Hey guys, what's up? I hope you're doing well. Getting ready to do my face again, so my face is already moisturized, and I have to put on my e.l.f. sunscreen, Invisi-Stick sunscreen with SPF 50. You just roll it all over your face. Happy Saturday. Okay. And then I'm going to prime with my e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. Alright, y'all. Okay, as you can see, my brows are not done. All right, so I'm gonna do my brows with you guys today. I'm gonna use my Maybelline Super Lock Brow Glue. All right, but first let me just take off some of this oil off my brow. Just a little bit. All right, I'm going to use this to brush them. What is that? I'm just gonna brush up my hairs. I don't have that much eyebrow hair. Like they're there, but they're not very thick. You know, but it's okay. Alrighty, and after I do that, then I'm just going to take my finger and just push them up. Alright, I'm going to let it dry down just a little bit, but in the meantime, I can go ahead and, I don't like to do my foundation before I do my brows. They don't take that long to dry down. So I'm gonna start filling them in. Alright, so I'm gonna use my Maybelline, not my Maybelline, my Makeup Revolution Brow Blade pencil. The color is Granite. So let's start off by just lining underneath the brow. This is how I like to fill in mine. I draw a line there, then I draw another line at the top. And then I'll do a line up here. Alright, let's just do the outlines first for both. Alright, then I'm just going to fill it in. Just small strokes. We're gonna be doing a nice look. It's gonna be nice and glam, but not too much, you know, not too much eyeshadow, and that will help you. It will, you know, your makeup will hold up in the summer heat. Alrighty, so now we're gonna use the Sephora Best Skin Ever concealer. Alright, I'm gonna put it on the back of my hand. I'm gonna use my brush. Alright, I'm just gonna outline the brow. Take your time. Okay. If you notice, I rest my hand kind of on my cheek, and that's just to give my hand a little leverage. Some people may have like shaky hands, so that's one thing that you could do. Okay. All right, you want to make sure that the brows are on the same level. The brows are not going to be twins. They may be sisters, but they're not twins, okay? All right, now I'm going to use my foundation, which is the L'Oreal True Match W10, and I'm gonna use that to clean up the top part of my brow. You guys are seeing me well. Take your time and go across the top like so. Just like that. And then whatever's left on the brush, I like to put it in the front and like at the end, so it doesn't look too bright, you know? And same thing over here. Okay, that's looking good. So now I'm just going to get a brush and just clean this up, blend out the concealer and blend out the one at the top. And whatever else we need to fix, we'll fix it afterwards. Okay. Okay guys, so now I'm just going to use my foundation now and do my face. I'm going to put some on the back of my hand, and I'm going to get which brush am I gonna use? I'm gonna take this brush, which is a BH Cosmetics old brush, and okay, I want to like paint it on first, and then afterwards we'll buff it in. And put, you know, you could put some of it over your lids just to cancel out any discoloration that you may have over there. All right, don't forget to get in front of your ear, okay? Okay, face is looking good. Okay, so now I'm going to get my concealer. I'm going to use the same concealer, 35N by Sephora. I'm going to put it right here. I was going to use 2 concealers. Let's see if it's too late. Bridge up the nose, forehead, upper lip, chin. And then I'll take the lighter color, which is 34.5, just a little bit lighter. I'm going to put that in the inner corner right here, just to give it a little pop. All right, we're going to let that dry down, and in the meantime we're going to contour. I'm going to use whatever is left of this contour stick from Thread Beauty. All right, I'm going to get this little flat brush, and I'm going to just paint. Alrighty, like so. Paint here and here, and we're going to try to put a little bit down the sides of the nose. This might not be the right brush. Okay. I'm going to take this brush that I use already and just blend up the contour. You want to let the concealer sit so that, you know, you can have a little bit more coverage. Blend this going back into the hairline. Blend this going upwards. This you want to keep in place, okay? I'm going to take this brush from the same BH Cosmetics brush set and just clean up the nose contour. Alright, so we take it up underneath the front of the brow. Alright, like so. And then we just drag it down to the sides. blending the sides out. Okay. Okay guys, so by now the concealer's dried down. I thought I was recording, so the only thing I did was blend up my my chin and my upper lip, and now let's blend out the forehead. All right. And then let's blend out the nose. All right, and now we're gonna do the under eye. So I'm starting with the outer corner. All right. Outer corner. Make sure you get the sides of the nose. All right, take whatever is remaining on the sponge to do the upper lid, the eyelids. All right, so you want a nice seamless blend like so. We'll go back with the foundation brush. All right. I think I went up a little bit too far up underneath my brow, so we're just going with the brush that we used to do the contour and just kind of clean that up. So do it on both sides. Go back with the foundation brush and just use that to clean up the edges of the concealer, so everything is nice and seamless. Okay, like that. All right, now I'm going to use my triangular sponge, and I'm going to use the Sephora translucent powder. Alright, but first, before you go into the powder, you need to look and make sure you don't have any creasing, because once you set the creasing, that's it, girl. Alright. Okay, so you grab the puff. I used this already yesterday, so you see some powder on there already. You want to make sure that you smooth out the puff on the back of your hand, and then you look up gently and you want to set the under eye. Okay. Set it. You're not swiping, you're just like pushing the sponge in. Alright. Go in with some more powder. Taking it also over the lids. Anywhere that you put the concealer, okay? Definitely want to set anywhere that you put the concealer. Alright, I'm gonna put some down over my nose as well. And I like to set my smile lines because it will prevent them from creasing as much. Alrighty. Let's take some over the top of the brow. Alright, we're going to go back again with some powder. And we're going to put that down and we're going to leave it there until we do our eyeshadow, okay? And that will just act as a barrier between your skin, and so that you know you don't mess up your face while you do your eyeshadow. Anything that falls is going to fall on the powder, and then you'll just dust the powder off. All right. push it gently in the sides. Let's clean this up. Now I like to get another brush and just go into the powder and just clean up underneath the eyes, underneath the brows. Like so. Take it over my lid as well. Now you guys know how I feel about this eyeshadow palette. This is the Juvias Place Coffee Shop. I've used it so much that you can barely see it, but you could see it on the back. Okay? Alrighty, so I'm gonna take this brush that I was using to set my brow, underneath my brow, and I'm gonna go into just this color here. I'm just going to put it in my transition area, which is between your lid and your, you know, your lid and your underneath your eyebrow. And we're gonna just buff that in like so. Just go back and forth with the brush, and I'm taking it up to the front of the brow, right here. And do the same thing on this side. Feel like I went a little bit too high up on that side, so that's okay. Okay, now we're gonna go into the, I'm gonna use these two dark shades and just put that on the other part of the eye. And we can use the same brush because, you know, we're not putting anything else but the brown. Just a darker brown. Right. And this is very easy. You don't have to be like, oh my god, I don't know how to do any shadows. You just put in a little brown, just so you know, make it look like you have a little something something there. Like that. Very simple, very easy, right? Right. Let's make it look like you tried a little bit. You could have just used the other color and just put it all over the lid and just call it a day. But you know, I like to be a little bit extra sometimes. So that's why I put the darker chocolate. Alright, that looks good. So I'm just gonna let me just get another brush. I'm gonna get another brush, this one. Alright, I'm gonna take this light color and I'm going to put that underneath my brow bone. Alright, so we're going to use a light color. I'm just going to put it underneath right here, just to brighten it up a little bit. Okay, if you feel like you have gone a little too far, just go back with that brush that you were using for the dark color and just kind of like clean it up a little bit. Okay, all right, so that's all we're going to do for the eyes right now. I'm just going to get my eyeliner. This is from what's this, Ruby Kisses, or well, Wet n Wild. Put on a little black eyeliner here. Okay. Okay, now that we did that, we're going to get the same two colors that we put on the top part of the eye, and we're going to use that to kind of buff out slash smoke out the lower lash line. So for that, you need a little brush, like a little pencil brush, and we're gonna just take the little brush and just like put it underneath here and just kind of buff it out, right? Just to give it a little smoky look. Okay, that's looking good. Now, I do want to use a blush, right? I don't like to use my blush. I don't like to do my blush when it's when my face is wet. I like to put my blush on after. So I have this little Danessa Myricks blush. This one is called Red. Ooh, I think it's Red Velvet, yeah. So the color looks like this. So I'm gonna take a separate brush. I'm gonna use this brush. All right, what I like to do is go in take off some on the back of my hand just in case, and just like put it right here. I like to take it off on the back of my hand just in case if it's too much. It's looking a little bright, but don't worry, we'll fix it. I feel like it's a little too pink, so I'm gonna go with this peachy looking one. This one is, I think it's spice latte, and I'm gonna put it over this one just to calm it down a little, right? So it's not as bright. Ooh, it's a little bright, guys. It's bright, it's bright, it's bright. And if you feel like it's too bright, yeah, I feel like this side is definitely a little too much. Go in with your, yeah, it's a little much. I should have just used the second color. Go in with your foundation brush like so, just to tone it down. You see? Calm her down, baby. Calm her down. Yeah, like that. This girl, she was a little too hot. She was a little too hot. She's still too hot. Once we set the face, she'll be all right. If you feel like it's too much, get another brush with really nothing on there to kind of like, you know, maybe take off a little bit. Alright, girl. I'm gonna go back over that area right here with my puff. I didn't really add anything to it. Okay. I want to do a little liner. I'm taking my Absolute New York Blackout Liner. And we're gonna do a little wingy wing. Alright, let's see. We're gonna Alright, we're gonna do a little line here. The outer corner. And then we're gonna do a little line at the top. I don't think this is I can tell that this is not the one that I've been using. It's acting a little weird because I have two. There you go. And I'm just gonna connect it like that. And then fill it in. And then take it a little to the front here. And if you notice, I'm holding the brush. I'm holding the liner a little flat. Like I'm not going like this, I'm going like this. Alright, so we're gonna do the other side. Put on some lashes and come back, okay? Okay guys, so I'm back. My lashes are on. And now we're about to set the face. I'm gonna use my Sephora Micro Smooth Powder. And just set all around the face. See, the blush is loud, but then by the time we put on the powder and everything, it calms down a little bit. Alright, I'm going to find a clean brush, and I'm just going to dust the powder from underneath my eye. Also kind of pushing it in at the same time. Like so. Okay. Like that. I'm going to take the Juvias Place in Zambia. I'm going to take this brush and I'm just going to contour, powder contour the face, go around the hairline. Anywhere that we put the cream, we're putting the powder now, okay? Around the jawline a little bit. And I'm going to take the brush that I was using to do my nose and do a little nose contour. A little nose powder contour. So I like to stamp it right here. And then just bring it down on the sides. But we have to blend it out, okay guys? So taking it up underneath the front of the brow. And we're just going to blend it down. You don't want that line to just be sitting there saying, hey, hey girl, you forgot about me. You forgot about me. Okay. Now, I'm going to take my Fenty Beauty Kilowatt highlighter. And we're going to put a little bit of highlight on the face. Just going to take this brush that I used to brush off my setting powder. And then put a little bit here. Right here. Alright. I want a little bit down the bridge of my nose, so I'm gonna get a little pencil brush. Make sure you top it off and put a little bit down the center. Not all the way down, but you know. Make sure you blend it out with your ring finger. I'm going to put a little bit on the tip just to give you the illusion that you have a little button nose. Which you don't. Which I don't. Okay. Let's clean that up with the nose contour brush. Now I'm going to set my face. I'm going to use the Maybelline Fix It or Lasting Fix Plus spray. Ooh. Yeah. I'm gonna take the sponge and just like go over the areas where I think I had a little droplet. You see, the blush is not so bad, right? Not so bad. We're gonna put a little bit of mascara underneath the lower lash line using this Princess Lash mascara by Essence. We already put some underneath our falsies. So we'll just put in some underneath. And we're almost done. Always do your mascara, especially for the lower lash line, after you set your face, not before. Because if you do it after, if you do it before, then, you know, it's gonna mess up your face. Alright, we're gonna use the Maybelline Lifter liner in Cross the Line to line the lips. Alright, I'm going to use Juvias Place Libra. I love this lipstick. It's so creamy. I always go back over my line with the pencil. Okay. And now I'm gonna take the Sephora, what's this? I think it's number 2 lip gloss. And just, you know, cute, cute, cute. Now if you want this, makeup to stay and don't move, we're gonna use the Fenty spray, setting spray. It's called You Mist. You Mist. And go on top of that one. Oh, droplet, what's going on? Yes, sister girl, how we looking? We looking good? We're looking good. And we are done and ready to go outside. So I hope that you enjoy this beautiful look that will, you know, for the summer, it's not too much, no shimmers on the eyes, but you know, it's still pretty. So I hope that you guys learned something from this video, and I hope that you enjoyed it. Okay. And just like that, y'all, we have come to the end of the video. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope that it was easy for you to follow. It was a lot of fun, and I love how my face turned out. If you love this video and you are enjoying this and my other content, don't forget, guys, once you watch the video, go ahead and give the video a thumbs up, share with a friend, subscribe to the channel. Also turn on your post notification bell so that you will never miss an upload, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, guys.